So what's going on, Gas Gang? Today we are back with an absolutely legendary video. Just look behind me. We have got a 1.3 litre, 74 brake horsepower Ford KA. It weighs only 700 kg. We're at Castle Combe Racetrack with RACELOGIC and we're going for a tear up. So stay tuned for this one. It's gonna be sick. Let's get it. Welcome to Officially Gas. Let's get it. Right guys, so as you see today, we've got a bit of a crazy car, perhaps a little bit down on power to what you guys are usually used to. But as I said, we're at Castle Combe Racetrack with RACELOGIC. You probably know I work very closely with RACELOGIC already. That's mainly for the OG battles, the drag stuff, the straight line stuff. But those in the know that a lot of what RACELOGIC do is track orientated. And today we're at a racetrack with a track car and a race car driver. Welcome to the channel, Mark.
How you doing? You all right?
I am very good. So it's an Enduro
car, yep. So it's a single make series, just for the this model of Ford car. And this is our RACELOGIC entry, the vbox Motorsport entry. So we've now done 5 out of the 6 rounds so far this season. And we all started as novice drivers. So, all of us have never driven in a race before. We didn't have race licenses, so we've all been through the process of getting our race license. And we've been working our way through the series and using RACELOGIC products to kind of help us go faster, basically.
Amazing, amazing. And it's really funny because, I mean, a lot of people, they think you need a lot of power to go fast or have fun, shall we say. And I mean, look, this is got to be one of the rawest experiences here, you know, stripped out, very light car with not a lot of power.
Yep.
But it does the business, right?
Absolutely, it's all about the corners, this car. It's got lowered and stiffened suspension. It's got very grippy race tyres on it. So although it might not be fast down the straights, it's pretty quick through the corners. It's light, it's got a lot of grip, and you'll be surprised how fast we can actually go through the corners. It's great fun. 74 brake horsepower, but 700 kg in weight. Yeah, about that, yeah.
So, you know, power to weight, it kind of does bump it up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. It's probably bumped up a bit more over your standard road going version.
Sometimes you guys are running this for 24 hours.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's amazing how reliable they are. I mean, this runs all season. We haven't had to rebuild the engine or anything. We haven't really done any work on it. It ran the 24-hour race pretty faultlessly. The only thing we did was we stretched the throttle cable slightly, so we're a bit down on power, but overall, yeah, it's been unbelievably reliable. Mate,
this is crazy. So talk us through a little bit of the setup. What are you allowed to have? What aren't you allowed to do in these race series? And
so the main thing is you can't do anything mechanically with the engine or the exhaust or intakes or anything like that. So that's all completely got to be stock.
Got ya.
What you can do is fit the control parts, which is the suspension, the coilovers, the bushings.
Got ya.
Obviously, you've got to have all the safety kit, so the roll cage,
the
safety, the race seat, 4-point harness, roll cage. The car's completely stripped out, fire extinguisher system, electrical cut-offs. The sort of thing you'd have for any race car, really.
Yeah. And the gearbox, completely standard 5-speed, I'd assume.
Yeah, it's a standard gearbox. Although what some people do is they mate. There's 2 versions of Ford KA gearbox, and we've actually mated one version to the later type engine, which you're allowed to do. And of course, as well as the normal equipment we've got in the car, we've also got some RACELOGIC timing equipment. So we've got the lap timer on the dashboard there to give us the live delta display of our lap times. And we've got a vbox Video HD2 in there as well.
Up there.
To record all our videos and to log data so we can compare each other and learn where we're losing time, where we can gain time, and we're sort of working together to just go faster. I'd say the main thing is it's very stiff and it'll lock the rear wheels quite easily.
Drums on the rear too.
Drums on the rear, and you'll find you can brake quite late for the corners, but it will rotate on the brakes. I mean, it's good fun when you get used to that, but the first few times it might surprise you how easily it'll rotate on the brakes. But once you get used to that, I'm sure you'll have a great time.
Well, I'm really looking forward to this. I don't think I've been on the track with anything of this power, or like lacking power, lack of power. But regardless, it's going to be fun. And thanks for the chat. And let's get into it.
All right, come on.
All right, guys, so we are going to go for a couple of laps in this bad boy, all 74/75 brake horsepower of this beast. 1.3 litre displacement, and I'm not going to lie, I'm bolted in, I am strapped in, I'm in a racing position, you know, everything is quite alien, but you know what, it feels quite good, Massive shout out to RACELOGIC. We have got all the gear going on in here, so we've got the timing equipment, we've got the vbox cameras, and we're just going to give it a go. So Just show them my thing, and we're all good to go. Now, what's crazy is this is like totally, I mean, engine-wise, like an engine sound-wise, totally stock, like, you know what I mean? Usually with your race cars or anything you'd call a race car, it's sounding meaty, but this is almost like an electric vehicle, the way it creeps up on you on the track. But yeah, what I think I'll do is I won't bore you guys. We'll go for a couple of warm-ups in it and just see how it goes. Sorry, a couple of warm-up laps, see how it goes, get some heat in the tyres, and then we'll send it a little bit. So, this is honestly the first time I've driven it too, so who knows what's going to happen right now. But anyway, 75 brake horsepower, 1.3, let's go! Oh, so not much is actually happening. That is foot to the floor. That is foot to the floor. Oh, it's long gear ratios, 30s. Goes on forever. It's nice. Do you know what? It's actually really pleasant. It's a really pleasant car to drive. It actually feels really solid, just driving it slow. What I love about these cars, right, that haven't got a lot of power, a little bit like when I went out with Jack in his TikTok Micro, the 1 litre one, you can use all of the power all of the time. You know what I mean? I'm really going to throw this car around some corners in a bit once I've got a bit more heat through the tyres to see what it's got. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go! 6,000 RPM there. Flat out through here. Woo! Full throttle everywhere. All right, let's chill out when it comes to quarry. Dangerous corner. We don't want to stack the KA. Onto the brakes very late. I honestly feel like very little braking input is needed. This car just slows itself down. Or maybe we're not moving that fast in the first place. It's pleasant. It is pleasant. All right, let's see if we can get some trail braking, get the back end coming out a little bit. You can actually get the arse end out a little bit. All right, late braking. I can keep it in third though, it's so mad. There you go, look at that. All right, arse end. It's so controllable. It's so fun. You can't even hear it coming up to red line. The whole rev range sounds the same. It's got the same note. The way they do endurance races in this, 24 hours going around. That is insane. Down into third. Look at the turn in on the brakes. Turn her in, see if we can get the arse end out. Look at it, the arse end coming out. This thing doesn't understeer, it oversteers. It's so manageable, honestly. Like guys, you would think this car is not like, or it feels really ropey being an old KA or whatever, but the way it's set up, it actually really feels good. It's got a really good weight to the steering and kind of a feedback from the road. Also, as I say, like the brakes, they're all stock. A little bit of trail braking here, get the arse in that. You know, they're all stock, but they're more than capable for this power anyway. Like, you know, I'm braking so late compared to where you should usually brake. I feel like I'm braking so early in this. It's so much more capable than I actually am giving it credit for. All right, cool, we'll call it a day. We'll call it a day. That is what I call fun, honestly. I can imagine a gang of 30 or 40 or how many KAs line up in a grid just tearing round, everyone the same power, like, you know what I mean, due to regulations, everyone with the same modifications. It's all about driver, like, you know what I mean? And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the best driver, so this is probably a good start for me. I've been, yeah, I've been demoted from the 911 Turbo S and the Integra until I stopped braking things to a KA. Massive shout out to RACELOGIC, you guys are legends. All right guys, so as you've just seen, I've just been out in a mighty 1.3 74/75 brake horsepower 4KA. And I'm very surprised. We got Mark here again. Bro, honestly, I understand. I get it now. Like, you know what I mean? What I got from it, obviously I was out there on my own and it's quite a fast track this. So I had time to contemplate what I was doing, but it was one of those ones I thought, if me and my mates were racing against each other in these, they're like go-karts, right?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I mean, they're all about the corners. The straights are quite long, especially somewhere like here, but the corners, you know, you don't really slow down for them much.
That's it.
It's really about braking as late as you can.
Exactly,
Just carrying as much corner speed as you can.
I was braking as late as I thought I could brake, but then I was thinking that ain't even late enough. Like, it's one of those ones where it's such a light car, like it just, I feel like it slows itself down a little bit and you can just fling it in. And I like how if you dab the brake a little bit of trail braking, you can get the bum coming out of it. Like, and you know, it's very adjustable and playful.
Yeah.
And I think although, right, granted it's not the fastest, you know, driving a car like this against other competitors that are kind of level pegging, it's all about the driver. It's going to teach you to be a better driver, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the racing is incredibly close. And as you said, it's all about like rotating the car into the corner is a big part of it. If you watch any enduro car races, you can see everyone's sort of locking the inside rear wheels, going to corners, and just everyone's trying to keep the momentum all the time.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I mean, the racing's unbelievably close.
I don't know if you know the exact costs and figures, but to set a car up to this kind of standard, do we know what kind of money we're talking?
Yeah, I mean, if you get a cheap enough donor car, then adding all the cost to put all the roll cage in and all the sort of control suspension, you could probably do it for between £5,000 and £6,000.
That's insane. It just goes to show, I know there's people out there in the car scene that spend $5-6 grand on wheels, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can literally become a race car driver with a race car, albeit maybe not the fastest, but man, it's rewarding to drive, and especially when you get it right in a car like this, it feels right. So I just want to say a massive thank you for letting me go out in your pride and joy. I know you've got, this is still kind of in season, right? So you guys have still got races. I didn't ding it, right?
Yeah, no, that's brilliant.
That's the main thing. Best of luck in the next race, Brands Hatch, you say?
That's right, yeah, Brands Hatch, the IndyCar 500. So 8 hours and 20 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, finale of the season.
Amazing.
So yeah, we'll be trying to build on our, get our best result of the season. Hopefully.
Yeah. Okay, well listen, thank you so much once again. And yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much it. Something a little bit different, a bit of a track feature on a cool car. Definitely check out RACELOGIC. I'll leave links to them in the description. You know I work with them quite closely. Great when it comes to the time and equipment. In fact, the best in the game. Check out what they do. And yeah, guys, if you have enjoyed today's video, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.